that third weekend, I ask if I can see them, and they're in Plano. And then it just keeps going on like that. And then this last week, 2 weeks in between, they have been on another vacation to Arkansas. So within all this time frame, they've had 4 weeks that they've been on. 2 of them have been on vacation, but then they're never home, or I've been doing my services, and by the time I'm done with those, I'm not going over there to see him because it's 8 or 8:30 or 9. That's way too late. So I'm still doing those because they help and I like them. So with all that time frame and me trying to work, and then by that time, I do call, I do text, and I try to see him. But when I do, they don't get back to me. Since I talked to my lawyer back then, the first time that we talked about things and he found out all this, between that, I had texted at 4 o'clock, could I come see him on this, and this day? Oh, you can come over here anytime. I don't feel comfortable just coming over anytime. I need a set schedule. Now, last time we talked, you said I'd have some kind of set schedule. So I listened to you and I waited. So now I'm here at this point. So evidently they got told that I'd have to have a schedule. But now I need one so that I don't corrupt their family life. I think it's going intermingle, and I think that's what's going on right now. Because I actually listened, because everything, I don't do anything unless I'm told, and I don't want to go if I know I'm allowed, but the whole thing needs to be, we all need to be on the same page. So I know she's good, I know they're good people, but I also, in the very beginning, she was like, oh yeah, we'll adopt ready, we'll take them in, and we'll have it's just, and then the whole thing, even I told Nancy and I showed Nancy the all the messages of it, and she's been, since I've been going to see Chloe a lot more, she knows that I've called and I have not got no answer. And then when I have texted, I've showed Nancy, well, she comes back to and says, there's no reception, you're sending MMS messages. I don't send those, I'm just sending messages. And here's another issue, the phone with Riley, whenever I got another phone, he got all my phone contacts. So when I went through his phone and got them all out, none of mine, I have some of mine that I put back in here. So Roger's number is not in there anymore, and I think they're flipped. So I've been fixing it every time it comes up. There's nothing wrong with my messages. They are going through, but they have no service. But it's funny that I text that yesterday, and then they are responding like this. Does that make sense? Because they have not been doing that. But when I responded to her, she retaliated, and then I get responses. That seems a little weird to me. You have no service, and I try to call and all that. You say that. But then how am I supposed to get over there to give him things, do things, even if it was cake balls, it doesn't matter, clothes and all that stuff. How am I supposed to do that without being able to see him, talk to him, or even bring stuff over? She has Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's cool. But then you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I have counseling. I have the thing that I do online from 6 to 8. And sometimes it's till 9. And then on Wednesdays, and I have to work around all those. And I know that I can't go over there after 8 or 9 because that's too late. He's got to go to school. And I've been trying to do that. If he was here, different story. Yeah, he'd be going to bed. He'd be here. It wouldn't be any problem. So I'm just trying to do the right thing, but when the things that she has said, I have no control over what's going on because I'm here. I'm in this until it's over.
So it sounds like there's an issue with communication.
Very much so.
Now, and my job is not to say who's in the right or wrong, who's sending text messages at what time and not sending them. I don't know.
The messages, the 338 or 110, I was with Zoe and Nancy when I sent the last message to her, because Zoe and her little thing, I could tell you what I was doing at certain times in the morning because she just did something stupid. So I have that recorded because we have recordings, but it doesn't matter. So I have proof that I didn't send it at that time in the morning. They just come through because of their service.
Right, and I don't know when you sent what you sent. So all of that aside, there has been an issue with communication and with you trying to go over there without a set schedule. Trying to drop off whatever on a Sunday is not okay because she said plenty of times Sunday is not acceptable. So now we are having an issue where he cannot stay there anymore. because of your actions with them. So we're having to find another placement for him.
Well, his
So-
dad wants to come up and get him if that's the case.
Okay, so are there any other options if we don't, like if we aren't able to place with his dad? Like I still have to do like, you know, a background check and approve it with my supervisor, but would there be anybody else's name that you could give me that I can contact?
I was planning on doing that today. I took off today to clean, to do everything and be here when y'all were here. Not really, not at the moment.
Okay.
Like I said, I have come to the realization or whatever. But I can, by tomorrow, do you know how long this is going to last out till? Or
How long the case is gonna last?
until I can get them back.
Right, no, I'm not sure of that, and that's not up to me or her either. That's gonna be up to our supervisor, well, her supervisor.
Well, who is your supervisor? Because there's a Stacy Carey, or what's your supervisor's name?
No, I don't know who Stacy is. My supervisor is Erica. No.
Okay, and yours is?
It's Jennifer Miller. Now, I will tell you that the case has not been transferred as of yet, so me and my supervisor, are not, approval authorities for anything on this case yet.
Right.
So, until it gets transferred officially to me, then you can contact my supervisor, but as of now, you still have to work through
Mhm.
Imani and her supervisor.
Okay, well, when does Daniel get his services? Because he's ready to work them.
Right,
I
so-
think the easiest thing, would be if y'all can't get him into anything right now, just send him a list of where he can go, so he can choose and go ahead and get into it, so he can go ahead and start doing it. And then the drug testing thing where y'all sent me, Blue Star, as long as he knows where he needs to go, he will go.
Right, and I've already spoken with him. He already knows that I'm creating a service plan for him.
Okay,
Then I will contact him when I have the service plan ready again.
okay. Again? Oh,
Like I have to create it and then I submit it to my supervisor, which I did this morning. When she
Okay.
approves it, then we'll come back out here and we'll talk about the service again. But it's nothing that you guys don't already know. I already spoke to him about what services he would be doing also.
so is he able to just go do them?
He'll be submitted for like a referral for each service and then he'll be able to get started.
So does he, can he just go out and do them? Or,
After he has the service plan and he knows who to go to, yes, he can. If there's a case where I didn't submit something in time and he just wants to go, he's able to do that. He'll have all that in the service plan. But again, I spoke to him already. He already understands everything.
I know that.
But yeah, so, and as far as, having the kids back at home, you have to show progress first. And everything that you're doing with Riley and his placement, that's not looking good for your case.
And that's not helping because of them, not me. And I know that because they have already told me they want to adopt Riley. They want to be around Riley in words, not in messages. So with all that being said, they will try to do that with Chloe. I know everything's going well, so that's where I'm putting my effort and all that. And the you can say that I'm not working. I'm getting down to the point where his dad can just come get him. And if that's the case, then if y'all are going to try to put him somewhere else, I will have his dad come and get him. Because his dad is a police officer, lieutenant, whatever. And he said that he would be staying with David down there, going to O'Donnell School. And he would be staying with David. That's his brother. And his brother has never had a CPS case. His brother he's worked all of his life. He has 3 or 4 kids, or 3. And great wife. So he wouldn't be hurt, he wouldn't be anything, but he wouldn't have to deal with all this. So before you stick him anywhere, I swear to you, I will have him or the person, neither one of them are even, they have nothing on them.
Okay.
So after you leave, I need to know whether he needs to come and get him or not, because he knows that he doesn't need to be in foster care. I just need to know things, that's it.
When you called me an hour ago, I said do not have him come
Okay,
today.
well, he's not.
That's something that I need to
Okay.
approve with my supervisor, and I will let you know.
That is what I need to know.
I will let you know as soon as I know, because Riley is our priority. He can't stay in the place where he is now. So
What did she have to say? Because you are allowed to talk to me. And,
I am allowed to talk to you. It's just that I'm not gonna tell you everything she said word for word.
you don't have to.
So yeah, I just know that there are issues with communication and with you trying to come over there on Sundays when she already said that Sunday is not okay. There's also an incident of you telling Riley to scratch his face.
Do what?
Telling Riley to scratch his face up.
I have never told Riley to scratch his face or anything else of that nature. Now that was a lie.
So here's what I want to do going forward.
And I'm being serious of that. I wasn't even around when that happened. I could tell you what happened, and it's in text messages through her to me.
Right. And so I don't care who said what. I don't care if it's true or not. I know going forward, because he's still in that home, I need you to not be contacting him or them right now. Because apparently he has a cell phone also, right? Right. So for right now, until I'm able to find him another placement, I don't want there to be any more issues because it'll make you look bad. So I don't even want you trying to even reach out to him or to them right now.
She lied.
Is that something that you're able to do?
I can. You
Okay.
did that's.
Because for the sake of you still looking good and being able to, work service and get your kids back, I need you to just leave that situation alone.
I'm okay with that.
Don't try to contact him and don't contact them. I'll figure that out. It'll just be a couple days tops, but I just
Before
need
you place him in a foster home, I want his dad or David.
The parent is always our first option.
Okay.
So I will be giving his dad a phone call, and
Okay.
I will figure it out. I will sort it out with my supervisor. That's always our first option, no matter what the case is.
So even if it's December 10th, I know you said it wasn't this month, but at the end of the month, it would be November. So in time of November, that's only like a few weeks off and away. So there's no considerable way that he could stay where he's at right now because communication, and we're figuring out. I don't know if she knows how to work things out.
He's not able to stay there for a couple more weeks. I need to find him a placement ASAP, which is why I'm going to contact his dad.
Okay, well, I can find someone too. I'll just have to be today.
Any other names that you can give me would be great. You can just text them to me whenever you have it. Like, is there anyone that you can think of now?
No,
Okay.
not completely. I've already asked Amy over here, not the Amy Baker, but the Amy over here, but they've got 2 kids coming to them. So
Just, if you can think of anyone, just let me know. But like I said, his dad will be my first point of contact. I will try to send him to his dad first. If not, then we'll look into other options. But
I mean, I could say Simon Reyna, but they don't want anything to do with CPS.
right, it's just really important.
That then he lives in Salina or Aubrey.
Okay.
If you could just tell him, hey, he just needs to be here for a few weeks, he would be going to Salina or Aubrey schools, one of the two. I mean, they just don't want anything to do with CPS. That's what that is.
Right. So then I wouldn't place him there because we are CPS. But it's really important for you to leave that situation alone right now and not try to.
I'm okay with that.
Because if you are to contact him or create any kind of issue today, we have an issue of putting your child in foster care tonight because I would not have anywhere to put him. So it's really important for you to not try to contact.
I'm fine. If he calls, what do I do about that?
Don't answer.
Okay.
I mean, it might be hard to do, but
Not really.
that's our only option right now. I don't want him to have to be in foster care because you guys started communicating again.
Say what?
I don't want him to end up in foster care because there's an issue with you guys communicating again. So for right now, just don't contact them and kind of don't speak to Riley. I mean, I know that's weird to say.
I've already talked to him
Okay, so
yesterday.
okay, but not today.
So she said I scratched his face, or he scratched his own face.
No, okay. It doesn't even matter who scratched whose face if the face is even scratched. He's doing fine now. I already spoke to them. Going forward, do not contact him.
That's fine.
Do not contact them.
That's fine with me too.
Okay, so don't call his cell phone for anything.
That's fine with me too. I don't call it anyway because I don't trust them.
Okay, so
I'm okay with that. I don't even text. We talk. He calls me. I call or I text him to call me. We talk to each other very little because I'm not going to deal with that. Because every time I do, I'm like, oh my god. So it's just he's tired of being there. I know this because he talks to me about Jay always. I mean, they don't have any reprimand, whatever you call it. They don't put their child in trouble when he does something. He's so hyperactive, and Riley's a calm person that he needs to be out of there. Because Jay, I know it's just that, and kids will be kids, but driving him crazy. And I know that he may be in another place sooner or later, but it might be even worse, but hopefully this doesn't screw him up, which I think it is. I'm done with my services, but progress, how does that, my counselor has talked to you and sent you information as well. I know she has told me it takes a few weeks, not whatever. But with that being said, she's like, because I know what she's texted. I know what she's emailed when she's emailed it. So how are you getting those emails when she says, hey, she's ready, whatever, you just need to see progress? Well, progress, what kind of progress do you need to see? Like, what progress? Like,
So we need to see consistent behavior changes, not this whole issue of communication, like not you breaking the rules and trying to go around Sunday. Consistent behavior.
There's no safety plan for him right now, and I'll tell you that right now. And if I have, I mean, there's 14 days, and then you have to get a court order. Do you know that I know that?
So focusing
But
on
I need one of those in place if my brain is going, because I know that he's just kind of just staying there right now. After the 11th, because the 11th was the safety order, and you have to do it every 30 days. So I'm letting you know now, you got a 30-day thing that I need to sign so that he does have a safety plan for you guys or for you. I know how that works. I know he's over there, and he's not even on a safety plan, which means that would get me in trouble, which I'm not going to, but that means you have 14 days.
Because when they're in a PCSP, they don't have to be on a safety plan. He's not on a safety plan at all.
Well, he was on a safety plan.
Maybe when he was still in your care?
No, he was on. I signed a safety plan. It's actually right over here.
Okay. I don't know who had to sign it. The investigator, Becky?
There's nothing on Riley right now.
Except that he's in a PCSP.
No.
I didn't set it up for you.
I keep up with everything as much as I can if I can keep. I just put this away. Can't find things whenever I need them. Is this what you're talking about? Because this was signed 9/11/2020.
Let me see.
If you can make me understand it, that's fine. I'm telling you what I need.
So this is like the back of.
Yes, the other two are with her. That's the only page that she needed.
Okay. I would have needed the front page to understand exactly what this is. But
The front page?
Yes, ma'am.
it's okay.
I don't
It's
have
not
those.
even important right now.
I'm not worried about it. But go ahead.
Well, I would just like to get us back on track.
Oh, what?
I'd like to get us back on track for the purpose of today's visit.
Give me 1 minute. I'm looking for something real quick. Alright. I'm just stressed out over all this, but I'm actually doing pretty well.
I did want to ask you, what happened to your face?
That one of those right there, my heat press, it's in the car. Zoe was there, and she was in the car when it happened. Whenever I tried to put it in my back seat, it came right up because I had boxes and stuff, and the other side where it wasn't lower, so it hit this and it hit this. But Zoe was there when that happened, so and so was Peggy. But it hurt so bad, huh?
Do you have stitches?
No, I have, my girlfriend gave me Steri Strip, so it works. But it hurts. I had woke up with a headache this morning, but there's a gash right, well, it's not really like a gash, but it's big right here and right here. But I always have things happen right here and right here. So, with that being said, I know y'all are gonna ask anyway, but that's what that is.
Well, like I said, I'd like to get us back on track with the purpose of today's visit, and so, this issue of the PCSP, that'll be something that gets resolved, I'm assuming by tomorrow. But I do wanna get familiar with where we are right now with the case, and so.
That would be great. And
So
on
what you said is that you've, completed all of your services.
I'm done with all of mine, and I am actually still doing aftercare because I don't want y'all to not be able to see how I'm doing. So I'll be on there tonight, and until I'm done with all of this whole thing, because it's something so y'all can actually still see where I'm at and what I'm doing.
So as far as the services.
But
that
it's
she
free.
was recommended for, what was she doing?
So she was doing, so she already did her substance abuse assessment, so they had her doing an IOP, so she completed that.
And I completed more than what I was supposed to.
She completed that last week.
So you did your substance abuse eval,
And they did a drug test last week too.
um.
But you can do another one.
Who did she do it?
That's, okay, so she probably did her substance abuse eval with LifePath, but she completed IOP with Grace to Change, right?
I did all, Grace of Change.
It's called, yeah, Grace to Change.
Okay, so IOP was Grace to Change,
Hmm. Really great people.
And they do
How-
individual and group.
and you did individual and group?
I'm still doing that, and I'm still going to because she said, well, if your insurance runs out, it's only like $50. I was like, okay.
Okay, so this was something your insurance covered?
I'm actually not sure. They said that it did, so
I'm sure the investigator set it up for her, so CPS paid for it.
Okay.
I don't know how it's gonna work for that though. So, but y'all can.
How many, sessions were you recommended for, do you know?
Oh well, 18 is what they said, and I did 18 hours, or 18 something, whatever that is. They said I did over, so I did 36 instead of 24 or
What was the recommendation for individual?
I don't know what they
Oh,
recommended. I just
3
know
or
she-
4.
Because I would email it back for her. I know she completed it, but I'd have to go back and find like where I can find it. And then
What do you mean for individuals?
Right, individual.
Oh, I finished that out. I did that the whole month. That was 4, and then I'm still doing individuals
Okay,
right now.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Substance abuse individual counseling, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, so substance abuse individual counseling, do you know how many you were recommended for?
it's 3 or 4, but I've gone over that.
That's it?
I have gone over it, and I'm still going to counseling on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 6, 7, 8 until I'm done with you guys.
and I can
It's
email.
odd
Does
that
that-
they only did 3 units of
But
individual
I'm
and 18 units of group? Is that what you said?
I believe so.
That's odd, because.
Well, 24 is the thing, but I don't know what those numbers mean. So, however I did it, I went over my limit, which is fine with me.
Okay.
So you can put
did-
24 as well, because that's what the number was. But then over there it was 18. The numbers fluctuate. I don't know what they
I'll
mean.
have to look into it, but,
And that's something I can email them.
Yeah. that'll be something I'd like to know. I could always find out through the substance abuse eval. But anyway, so you were recommended for the substance abuse treatment.
Mhm.
Were you recommended for individual counseling?
Yes.
That's not substance abuse, you know.
So all of that was, okay, to my knowledge, all of that is grouped together at Grace to Change because they do both.
Yes.
That's my
So like the
understanding.
psychosocial type therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also did individual counseling for that.
Yes.
And so was there any like anger management or veterans intervention?
I will. Oh no.
Okay. Was this case involving a situation where there was violence?
Yes. With Daniel, Mr. Miller. Daniel Miller.
Was he the perpetrator?
To my knowledge, she was. I believe it said that.
Because there was a court.
I have no record. It's gone. The whole thing is gone. If you went ahead and read my record again, it's gone.
Okay.
So
So
there was
that
no
night-
violence in this home
That night you were arrested, right?
because of something he lied about, and he knows that now.
Okay.
But I'm telling you now, there's no violence in this home.
Okay.
I don't want to even go any further on that.
I mean, and that's
There's
fine.
no record of it. It's gone, and I've been in this. It's gone.
Okay. I just
And if
want to
it's-
let you know.
Okay,
Okay, because I'm very transparent and I'm very upfront.
right. That's fine. I'd rather you be.
If this case is transferred to us, well, not if, but when,
Hmm.
there may be a recommendation for both of you to participate in either anger management or DIP. Now, just because you state that there's.
My lawyer will fight you on that,
And that's fine.
and I will do it again because they fought them
And
on
that's
that.
fine. I'm not here to be confrontational.
No, I'm not. But if you say that, because neither one of us, his lawyer and I, we will both tell them the same thing, and I will make sure my lawyer knows what
And
you're
that's
about to do.
I do just want you to be aware.
That's fine, but I'm telling you, we know, because there was no violence in this home. There was none, and I don't. There's a video that I have that I don't know if all y'all actually looked at it good enough. I know how it looks, but there was no violence. No violence. Even the cops said there was nothing in there of violence or anything. So I don't know where everybody's getting volatile from. And I have everything in my car and a thing if you need to see any of the papers that are already out. I know exactly what has been said there, and I will say it again. There's been no violence in this home. None.
Well, that'll
Now,
Okay.
Miguel, on the other hand, I have issues. But that was 10 years ago.
Okay.
15, or, yeah,
And
10 years ago.
I wanted to ask, you did the parenting class. Do you have the certificate that I can see?
I didn't print it out.
Do you have it like in your email or something?
Yeah,
Or
somewhere.
Give me like their contact information because I will need to go and verify that.
It's
too. I
like
have
NOLA.com, but I can send it to you
the one,
again.
when you get a chance. I have the one from Daniel. I just didn't know.
It's the same thing. I made him do the other one.
Okay.
So you've done parenting classes. Well.
hmm
Okay.
It's the same one, but I have to give you mine. And the lawyer that I had before, I don't know what she was doing. So
Okay. And
I'm here to do whatever y'all need me to do, but there are some things I'm against on some things, and that's why my lawyer was against it as well, and then his lawyer was against it as well. And I'm ready for the lawyers to go away and just work with you guys if y'all need to, but if that's gonna happen again, I'm going to let them know, because that's something I am not I'm not a violent person, neither is he. So that is something that we will contest it very much so, and we will pay the money to contest it, even if we have. I mean, I'm just saying because it is just one of those things that we really don't